Hello everybody, welcome back to Zielonka Farming Simulator 22 Premium Expansion. It's the beginning of November. I think that's technically considered the end of autumn or fall. I almost consider it the beginning of winter, but there is still some harvesting going on for soybeans, corn, and sunflowers. So if we can get a contract doing one of those, maybe we will do some harvesting. I did do a contract yesterday afternoon for soybean harvest. Let me throw that up there now. We made a little bit of money, and then yeah, it was a couple thousand euros on top of it with the excess crop. It was a really large field down in the, let's see, what would it be, the southeast corner of the map. And then we finished plowing the one field and took the stones off the field right here. So we've got stones to pick. On the next field over, and then we've got the last one still needs to be plowed. If you look in the upper right, you'll see the money's gone down precipitously. I paid 45,000 euros off on the loan, so currently we only have 80,000 euro loan, which is not so very bad. Could be worse. And I think today maybe we will send a double shipment off to Erlengrat from the preserved goods production and see how much money we can make doing that, and maybe we can get that loan down even further. My goal, or well, my hope is to be able to pay that loan off before the end of the calendar year, which would be next month. That's probably a bit of wishful thinking, considering. Oh, maybe not. That might be possible, actually. If we're usually doing about 20,000 euros a day with the preserved goods sending off to Erlengrat, that might not be out of the realm of possibility. So without further delay, let's get over to the preserved goods factory. Let's get it picked up, load the trailer, and get something sent off to Erlengrat. Take a look at contracts after that, and we've got a little bit of work to do on our own fields. What we have remaining that needs to get done, perhaps before winter starts, doesn't have to, but the work that can be done would be the stones picked on the two fields to my right, starting here. This one needs stones picked. This one needs to be plowed and stones picked. And then the field that we bought that was in sunflowers needs to be cultivated. But I guess we'll look for opportunities to also make money. So if there is corn, sunflowers, or soybeans that need to be harvested on a decent sized field that'll pay pretty good. I borrowed equipment on that one I did because it was a really big field. And yeah, it cost me a little bit, but I didn't have to use my own stuff. And I think the header, of course, was probably a bit larger than mine, so it was able to complete the harvest a little quicker. Nice combine too. We had a New Holland to work with, which is pretty nice. I gotta learn recover from the turn sooner. Probably about, yeah, I don't drive these articulated enough to get used to it. I've got the Yamzi on the old Polish farm. I think that's really the only other articulated vehicle I have. I think you get like a quarter of the way into the turn and then you got to start straightening it out. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning and man, it still seems kind of dark. So I'm gonna do this the more efficient way. I'm gonna do 2 pallets at once, which is, I should stack them maybe. That probably wouldn't be so bad. I don't know, maybe not. It's going to be more time consuming if I do. I want to do this quickly. I don't want to spend an inordinate amount of time on the pallet handling. So let's just go for efficiency. Whoop. That's too much. Because it's articulated, it just makes it a little more difficult, I think. May not be true, but I think it makes it harder. But that is probably I don't know if I got it muted in time when I was clearing my throat or not. I think it's my inexperience with the articulated vehicles that makes it that much harder. But I think we have a lot more, I think we got a lot of pallets ready to spawn, so I think we'll just do double. Is there enough room? See, and I didn't strap that one, so if I bump it, it's gonna be bad. Looked okay from here. Is it straight? Kind of straight-ish. So yeah, we're still spawning right where we're taking them out. So I think, yeah, obviously we can do double shipment today because it's sitting right here. Got another 6 ready to go right on top, so not a problem. All right, so we're on the train to Erlengrat. We've already loaded up, what, 4 pallets of parsnips, 4 pallets of carrots, and 4 pallets of preserved beetroot. So this should pay probably around, not quite 40,000, 38,000 I think is probably what I'm guessing. Unless the price has gone up a little bit. $39,355. I think everything's sold. Yeah, looks like it. All right, so I'll see you back at the farm. I'll walk back and grab the telehandler, and we'll drive back to the farm. I'll see you back there. All right, we're arriving back at the farm now. I don't know if you saw or if I edited it out or not, since I haven't done the editing yet, but on the way to Grain Pool East, there was a great demand. Oh shoot, I don't think I can get through. How am I gonna there you go, way around to get to the side of the building. There is a great demand at the farmers market. That great demand is for cotton, and it looks like it's well above the usual market price and high market price. So there are 2 cotton contracts. They're not very big fields. I don't know if you do cotton in Poland or not, but since we have so much in loans, I'm going to take the time to do those 2 cotton contracts. I'll borrow the equipment for the smaller one, so it'll be cheaper, and then I'll do those 2 cotton contracts, try and make as much money as I can, hopefully have a bit of excess cotton left over that'll allow me to take advantage of that great demand. So we'll head over here to the machinery store. There's nothing in used equipment really that we can use, but this is where the job board's usually at, and we'll see if we can pick those both up here real quick. So we'll borrow items for this one, and we'll accept that one. There we go. So we should, this is the cotton harvester I prefer because you can unload partial bales. So it's much more useful on doing contracts. Well, and your own stuff too. Your own stuff, I guess, you can always save the bale until the next year. But yeah, this is gonna be tricky. These things are big. Do I not have beacons on here? Get off the road here. The fields are 40 and 11. 40's up this way somewhere. Oh, this is going to be problematic, I can tell. This thing is too big. Let's see. I'm not sure I can make that gap between that tree and that sign. I don't want to knock the sign down. No problem with that bridge there, though. All right, here we go. Cut and harvest. Kind of lined up right, I think. I think on this side. There we go. I like to use a mini map, make sure that I'm going straight. I've found that it works the best, but individual results may vary. It's not going to be a lot of cotton. I may not even need to empty this before we do both fields. But it'll be an opportunity to make a little bit of money without a ton of effort. This is the cotton picker I would like to get for my Missouri Farm series. I'll probably regret it. Cotton takes quite a while, but I think it can be rewarding. I like to take the cotton contracts on the Ohio farm because it pays so much. Enough room to turn around over here. You getting it? Hope so. The thing that I've found with cotton is that you have to be careful. Make sure that you get every row, because sometimes you'll see a row that doesn't look like it's got cotton in it and it may still have something. Usually you can see it if you look at it from a distance and you'll see like a white tuft or something, but it's best to be overly cautious and maybe overlap a little bit so you're not missing any. I don't know if the time spent insuring you get it all is worth it, but yeah, the thing I like about doing cotton contracts is if they're really big fields, I mean, it's okay to just let a worker go and it's really autonomous. So unlike harvesting, say, some other type of crop that you've got to unload the combine, with this, you set them to automatic drop and they'll just do the whole field. You can come back later and pick them up. So we got to go get the tractor and then we'll take it. Hopefully the great demand's still going. We'll check when we get there. Okay, I'm in the Valtra that we borrowed for the contract. And I checked, and the great demand at the farmer's market is still going on for cotton. So whatever is excess within that bale will get paid really well, which is kind of the reason I took it. Normally I wouldn't do it. And I imagine the reason they gave us the case cotton picker rather than the John Deere is because of the partial bales. That's not even a full bale and it's off of 2 fields. If we would have had the John Deere, wouldn't even be able to unload it. So yeah. But I think this would be a good business to get into. It's going to be expensive. Is that grass? Sorry, I didn't mean to drive in your field. Okay, so operating position, this should load it. There we go, we grabbed it. Transport. And then we'll take it over to the farmer's market. Which will be a pretty straight shot. And then once we're done with that, we'll collect on the contract. And we'll go home and have some lunch, evaluate what we got going on. I don't think there's probably a lot of contract work. The only other thing I remember was a harvest for, I think it was sunflowers, and not on that big of a field. So what we have to do, we have stone picking and plowing and cultivating to do on our own land. So maybe that's what we'll focus our efforts for the remainder of the beginning of November. You know, you just know they're going to turn where you're trying to go. I don't know if they purposefully have the traffic designed to be as disruptive as possible. But if you run a stop sign or whatever, oh, church bells. If you run a stop sign or something, you're sure to get into an accident. So I think it'll probably be before this. And I think that's how you unload it. So let's see what happens. Yep, it took it. What we get? We got 3,601 euros on top of whatever the contract's gonna pay, which will probably be only maybe another 1,500 or so. I mean, they're lucrative. Baling contracts and cotton contracts, usually pretty lucrative. In the excess crop, you'll make at least as much again. Oh, definitely for silage baling. Ooh, this looks a little tight. I think I came out this way before. We'll go back in the way we came out. But what'll be nice is we should be able to pay another 40,000 on that loan today. Go ahead and collect. So what? 717 and 1307, another 2,000. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, we'll get that loan. That'll be half of what we got left. Our balance is like 80 right now. Let me grab something to eat, and maybe we'll get some more work done. Well, now that I've had some nourishment, I'm ready to go out and start doing some work again. We could probably get a lot more done if I employed workers, but I'm not in that much of a hurry. I've got time to do what needs to get done. So I'm going to do it myself, unless I got something pressing that needs my attention, which I don't right now. So I think first thing we'll do is we'll hook up to the stone picker here. Can I get out past the pallet of eggs? I think so. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick stones first. I guess we can plow, pick stones again, and then cultivate. That's what needs to get done. I don't know how much we'll do. We're only about halfway through the episode, so it's a lot of time to do some more stuff. But I don't know. Is it going to be that exciting? Do we make it a really short episode? Do we time-lapse this? Do we chat as we go along? I don't know. I like to pull up the mini-map. I know it is slightly distracting in the corner there, but it helps keep me on the straight and narrow, if you know what I mean. So when you run over a plowed field or whatever, a field with stones in it, the stone picker, it gives it this kind of cultivated look, texture. Actually, it looks a lot like the rolled texture too. I don't know, I'd have to compare the two to really know if there's a difference. I think these are like the medium-sized stones. These wouldn't roll in. The small ones, you can roll them back in. Do we have a roller? I can't keep track of which Let's Play I have which equipment. I know in Missouri I just picked up a roller, so now I got a mulcher and a roller there. Now let's see, let's just go halfway, or try and go halfway, and just try and go straight best we can. And then we don't have to spend a whole lot of time turning around and stuff. We'll just swing around, pick it up again, and get going. So yeah, the only thing that I saw in contracts is like one sunflower field. It's not very big and it's not close to us here. So I'm not going to bother with it just yet. I'm thinking when we get done with whatever work we're going to do today, we'll probably pay 40,000 euros towards the loan principal. That'd still leave us with 14,000 euros for emergency expenses, which I don't know what I would need. You know, some piece of used equipment comes up, we can always take out a loan. But I'd like to keep at least, you know, 10,000 euros on hand, just so I have money. I'd be more comfortable if we had like 100,000, but that's where I'm like most happy. At least on the larger North American maps, I'd like to have $100,000. On these small Polish maps, yeah, probably 40,000 euros and feel all right. I mean, we're doing well here. I mean, we own the potato production. We own the preserved goods factory. We've got quite a few fields, and we got some land that we can. Is there? I guess it. As long as there's no stones, it really doesn't matter, right? whether I drove over that particular section. As long as there's no stones, it doesn't have to have that smooth look, smooth seedbed look. We're gonna ridge these most likely anyway. I don't know which one we're gonna put potatoes in. OCD. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It don't mean nothing, not a thing. I don't think we'll fill the stone picker off this field. It'll get pretty full, but I don't think we'll fill it. This one's so much better than the other ones, though. I think it's faster. It's wider. And it lifts higher. So this is my stone picker of choice. I've used the other ones quite a bit on Ohio Farm. I think I've been fortunate enough. I think I have this on Ohio. No, I got the other kind. Got one of the old ones on Missouri Farm. I have this one on Ohio Farm. And then on the old Polish farm, we just have that stone fork, like Cavernaland kind of thing that we borrow from Pat when we need it. Thing is, on this map, you really need a good stone picker, because if you're doing vegetables, you're doing a lot of plowing. And so if you're doing a lot of plowing, you're bringing up a lot of stones. So you want to have a way to get those stones off the field efficiently. And this is a stone picker to do it with. We're fortunate to pick this one up used. I love the used machinery sale. Love myself a good bargain on equipment. So here's what we're holding out for, we're hoping for. We want to get a larger potato harvester that has a capacity that'll hold the potatoes, so we can do it without having to rely on a worker. And then we'd also like to get the vegetable harvester, the one that's got the hopper with the capacity on it, so that we could augment using the worker during the harvest. We'd be able to harvest probably about twice as fast. Because if we can harvest more quickly, then maybe we could plant more fields in that crop. Not that that's what you want to watch. That last harvest season was long, was it not? But man, it's lucrative. I mean, look at the preserved goods, preserved foods processing plant, the production. I mean, that's really bringing in money for us quite a bit. What do you think? What do you reckon it's going to cost us to put in the oil mill? I'm thinking probably about 100,000. and then at least knew that potato harvester is probably about 100,000, and knew that vegetable harvester is probably about 100,000. Wow, I'm surprised we don't have more stones off of here than we do. We might be able to do the other field without having to empty this. Which, that would be nice. Save us a trip. Still a couple more things I want to accomplish on this one. Oil mill, larger harvesters for potatoes and vegetables. And the oil mill. And I think once I've accomplished those things, and whatever comes along with the time that's required to get to those things, you know, we'll probably have other improvements or enlargements here and there, or equipment purchases, but that's kind of, that'd probably satisfy me with what I hope to accomplish on this map. And then what? What's next? I don't know. Because I have so many series going on at one time, you know, there's 4 different ones. So we get maybe about 2 episodes a week. So progress is kind of slow. So I don't know, when we finish this one, maybe we can start like a limited series. And here's what I'm thinking, is maybe like just pick a map that's like, that map's kind of cool, I'd like to give that map a try, but without necessarily getting into a big, deep, long slog. You know, just go new farmer, start with the start equipment, and farm on the map for a year, you know, a game year or something, just to see the map, showcase the map, highlight the map, maybe not get too wrapped up around, you know, trying to have the correct equipment for the region like I tend to try and do. Try and make the equipment fit maybe more than I need to. Let's come back down one more time. There's a Brazilian map that came out recently that looked pretty good. There's a couple of good looking maps in like France that came out recently that might be good. I'm sorry, the Mars, the Frontier, the Evergreen Valley, I'll leave those to Mr. Sealy B. It's not kind of, it's just too much for me, I think. And he does a really good job of kind of showing you all that stuff. Me, I kind of sort of vanilla. I like the farming. We'll do the productions that seem to make sense, but yeah. A lot of that other stuff. That's like Lucas Island in FS19. Like, I'm glad he does it. They're neat. It's like, I don't know if I want to do it. Like that one that came out for FS22 that was like literally a sandbox. I mean, it's just really clever. Makes you smile, you know. And it'd be fun to see somebody just knock around on it for a while. Doesn't mean I'd necessarily do it. So look at this. We got less than half. I don't even think we're getting anything right now. Oh yeah, we're getting a little bit. But stone picker's only half full. Or it's half empty. Or pessimist, optimist, I don't know. Boy, I don't know if I want to plow. I just don't feel like plowing. Should we go disc the field that was sunflowers? I don't know. We'll go plow. Don't really want to. But it's what needs getting done. It's gonna swing out. It's gonna swing out. I need you to go. Alright. Sometimes these drivers, they just don't think. Like, look. Use your brain, housing group. Should be fairly obvious what's going on, man. Come on, man. I don't know, time lapse with jump cuts, something to get us through this. So yeah, we'll get this done. I don't know. I'll decide whether I'm going to do something off camera afterwards, but once we get this done, we'll have to stone pick it and then get that other field cultivated, and that's the last of the work that we'll need to get done on the farm this calendar year, I think, and then we're just kind of shipping products off to Erlengrat to make money, get that loan paid off. But yeah, as long as we're making decent payments on it, we should be getting the principal down so the interest isn't so bad. And yeah, it'll be all right. Because of the working width that you're dealing with the plows and stuff, this is a pretty time-consuming job. And it's not interrupted by anything interesting. At least when you're harvesting, it's interrupted every once in a while by having to take a full trailer to the silo or the sell point or whatever. But this, we're just gonna go back and forth, a few meters at a time, turning the soil. Okay, I think this should be the final pass with the plow. A little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know, I may just knock off after this. I'm a little tired. But so we got what? Stone picking and cultivating to go yet. So we can leave that for tomorrow, I suppose. I'll keep an eye on the used equipment throughout the day, but we'll go back over to the house. We'll make a final loan payment, and then I think we'll probably call it an episode, I think. I'll double check on the map, make sure this is all good to go. If not, I'll come back and fix it. But I think it should be all done. Let's see. Returned, huh? So turn it back. And then that should be transport position. And we'll head back to the farm. Come in this back way right here. Slip in with the plow. There we go. Let's go do one last little banking task here in the finances menu, and we'll repay 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Still got 14,281. We only owe 40. That's perfect. That's a good way to end. Hey, I want to thank you for hanging out with me here in Zielonka Farming Simulator 22 Premium Expansion. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? Don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time.